This is Ernie. He is one of the 100,000 feral cats in Toronto. Most of them don't have a home, but Ernie lives in the backyard of Julie Erblund and Dawn Onishenko, who have been taking care of feral cats for around 3 years.
For a while, there were so many cats, and there were so many cats being hit by cars and injured. And once you start trapping, they start to get healthier, and they have a better quality of life.
However, not all of Julie and Dawn's neighbors see eye to eye with them on the issue.
They think that you are creating this problem of all these wild cats that spray and go to the bathroom in their gardens and things like that. So the neighbors start getting angry and frustrated with you, even though what we're doing is we did it because we couldn't handle seeing this population of cats, and also cats spraying in our house and outside and stuff like that. So
Julie and Dawn have set up several shelters for the cats in their backyard.
Originally, there wasn't going to be anything up here on this deck. It was all going to be elsewhere outside of the yard, but as winter came and as the years went by and we got more attached to the cats, well, things changed. So this water bowl is electric, so it plugs in so it doesn't freeze. One of the big things for feral cats is actually water. And what happens is feral cats actually drink out of puddles in the winter, and it's often antifreeze that's dripped off from cars. These are 2 shelters, so right now it's obviously still cold, so they need them.
Julie and Dawn first got their cat shelters from the Toronto Street Cats Workshop. Carol Hronchek, a volunteer, organizes several of these workshops throughout the year. She also takes care of her own colony of feral cats.
Feral cats, people assume any cat that they see on the street is feral. And they often say, they'll be picking up a cat and they'll say, oh, this cat is a feral cat. Well, no, that's different. That might be a street cat or a homeless cat or a stray cat that is socialized to humans. A true feral cat would be one that has been born outside or anywhere and has not had human contact, does not understand human contact, wants to stay away.
Carol says that building these shelters helps keep homeless cats safe.
Sadly, also cats find inappropriate ways of keeping warm, like when you drive home. At the end of the day, you park your car outside, the engine is actually really warm. A cat doesn't realize, or actually any critter, that that's an engine that someone can turn on. So they'll climb up into it in the evening to look for a warm spot. And unfortunately, cats have died. By providing them these shelters where they can actually find and seek some warmth and some get away from the cold and not actually freeze to death, we have now been able to extend their lives.
Besides Toronto Street Cats, there are other groups in the city such as the Toronto Humane Society and Toronto Animal Services that are working together to find a solution to the feral cat crisis. They provide services like the Trap, Neuter, and Return program, which helps control homeless cat population by providing free neutering services. Despite her efforts towards the issue, Carol is weary of the domestication of feral cats.
Again, true feral cats, it's really driven by them. And I think you're going to get very different answers if you speak to different people. I never get the word right. It's anthropomorphizing animals and in putting our human attributes to them. You have to be really careful with that because you have to look at them for what they are and who they are and respect that. I know people who have taken feral cats in and the cat basically hides all the time, and that's all it does. Years later, it's still hiding. The people think, but they've got a nice warm place, they're happy, but how can they be happy if they're not being true to themselves?
However, some members of the community disagree with her. Julian Kelland has adopted 2 feral cats, Levi and Lincoln.
I rescued Levi and Lincoln from Uxbridge Cat Rescue. I got Levi in October of 2014 and I got Lincoln in July of 2017. Absolutely love each other. They're so cute and they're just 2 little brothers and they're the best cats that I could ever ask for.
Julie and Dawn also have plans to bring their feral cats inside.
I think that we like to. We have a 22-year-old cat inside, so we can't bring any of the cats in right now. We'd like to bring 2 of them in, and one of the homes where one of our feral cats went, we would like the other cat to go there, but we don't know if she's ever going to be ready. So we'd eventually like them to be able to come in. But the other problem is that there's also the 4 or 5 cats that are showing up. What are we going to do with those cats once they start to become tamer? So just when you think that the colony is diminishing, it starts to grow again.
No matter how much the colony grows, Julie and Dawn will continue to provide shelter for the cats.